So one of Dr. Odell Owens' longtime friends told me that Dr. Owens would say a big part of his legacy isn't this, it's his family, his wife, sons, and daughter. He just retired last year in part to spend more time with them. His daughter shared a statement with us saying in part, "My father gave so much to this world. His lifelong mission was to make a difference," and he certainly did. He was a man who needed no introduction. A boy from humble beginnings in the West End became Dr. Odell Owens. In 74 years, he became a community giant and shaped many other lives, like Dr. Michael Thomas.
Before I met Dr. Owens, I'd actually heard of Dr. Owens.
He was a resident in Detroit at the time, an aspiring fertility doctor.
I didn't know of any other African Americans who were doing that, and I was sort of discouraged by some people because they said people wouldn't want you to do that. There's no one like you that's doing that. And I said, well, I heard about this guy in Cincinnati.
Thomas trained in Cincinnati and says Dr. Owens opened many doors he was happy to step through. Thomas now heads all of women's health for UC. He says his longtime mentor and friend believed in others' potential and cared enough to develop it.
The idea of inclusion, that everyone should have a chance to become what they can have the ability to become.
Owens graduated from Woodward High School, Yale, and Harvard. He excelled, becoming a nationally known fertility doctor. He spent time as the Hamilton County Coroner, president of Cincinnati State, medical director for the Cincinnati Health Department, and president and CEO of Interact for Health.
Despite the difficulties that he had growing up on the West End, not living in the best of means, he was able to bypass and surpass all of that and become the great legacy that we will always know him as.
Owens was a trailblazer, a family man, and by all accounts, a straight shooter who'd tell it like it is.
When he was coroner, he would take a body bag with him to the schools, and he explained, look, if you ain't hanging out there with the wrong people, I'm gonna come see you and put you in one of these. And that got their attention.
Dr. Owens' last radio interview was on Lincoln Ware's show just 2 days ago.
Dr. Odell Owens, how are you?
I'm doing okay, Lincoln. How are you doing?
They talked about the Oregon parents who welcomed twins from embryos frozen 30 years ago.
Lincoln, I had the good fortune to produce Cincinnati's first in vitro baby, as well as the first pregnancy from a frozen embryo here in Cincinnati in 1987.
Dr. Odell Owens, always great talking to you.
Anytime you need me.
Anytime you need me. One of Owens' former employers wrote, "Dr. Owens took care of our community from cradle to grave." The mayor called his impact immeasurable. Dr. Owens had the resume to go anywhere he chose to, but I'm told he just loved it here in Cincinnati, so he chose home. And aren't we all glad he did? Jatera McGee, WLWT.